Hello and welcome to the back nine of round 2. We have 3 rounds out here at Country Club. Today is officially moving day. The wind has moved out, the sun has moved in. We're on the hardest stretch of the course after we went to Birdie Land in the front 9. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Missy Velediaz, and we are MaDiaz.
What?
A little rapper's name.
Yeah. We start out with a pretty scoreable hole. Look at all the green on the front 9. We still retain a little room to birdie with this redesign. Hole 10 and 11 and 12 you can get birdies on, but it gets way harder. We won't see this much green in the back. That is guaranteed. But look at everybody in the top 10 under par, and a lot of people even a handful under par on the round at this point. It's all about just holding on and minimizing mistakes in the back. Hole 10, 585 feet. This is redesigned. It used to be a little short hole, but now it's combined with old hole 11 to be a really awesome technical par 4. Your drive, you want to push as far as you can straight. You don't want to hyzer out too much because it brings that group of trees in on the second shot and makes the approach difficult. If you can push straight and land next to that big V tree, you can see kind of right over Ella's right shoulder. That sets you up perfectly for the approach for birdie.
Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite holes on the course.
Yep. Ella hitting the tree that you want to just get by, and it's fine there, but it's going to be really difficult to get up and down. She might be able to get herself a long putt for birdie.
Yeah. This looks like more of the line. It gets left.
Oh
cut
my
the tree.
God. Those are both such good shots, so you have to be happy with that.
I love how Missy always breathes in.
Yeah, her routine is impeccable.
I like this play. Oh my goodness, I don't know why I said that.
I thought it was past that.
Me too. Way you did, yeah. I like just being able just to throw a hyzer through the gap and just letting it finish left.
Don't do it. Yes.
Okay, I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, we definitely jinxed it before. Yep, that's a really great landing zone.
That's really where you want to be.
Missy, unfortunately, going to have to do a patent pending and settle for par here. She's just trying to get down to that group of trees where you want to be able to throw your chip up to the green.
Yeah, you're really just trying to play past those trees and get up and down.
Holyn has a look, but it is super low ceiling and very uphill.
That's a putt, though.
That's great. That's the best that you can do from where she was. Ella also going to have that downhill run up, low ceiling, uphill shot.
I think the low ceiling just got to her there. Kristin in the aisle. If I could put my disc anywhere, I'd put it right where she's at.
Yep, it's perfect. There's one big guardian tree on the green inside the circle.
And just get past it.
She finds it.
Yeah, it's really hard not to find it swinging that hyzer in.
It's really tough to putt around that tree as well.
Yeah, it's a thick old boy.
As they say in Tennessee. Missy pinned up against a tree, but makes that approach look super easy. Ella, forehand to the green. I like this play because that out of bounds comes in pretty close on the right or the left-hand side of the basket if you get a skip.
We only had 2 birdies on the day.
2? That's less than I would have expected.
And there's one of them.
Yes, we got to watch one.
Oh, she liked it. Her little fist bumps.
And we get to watch it again. Slow Mez.
Nice. This one feels like a really good birdie to get, but you have to throw that good tee shot. I'm not really surprised there's only 2 on the day just because the tee shot's so demanding.
And the second shot is not easy even if you throw an excellent tee shot. Like, I mean, look at Kristin. She threw the best case scenario. And that's what she has to work with. Dee and Carrie getting the other 3.
I was on her card and she just threw the second shot perfectly inside the bullseye.
Oh. Ella finding the cage, but going to have to settle for bogey.
Missy, great par save.
Yeah, Missy taking an excellent par. Only 6% of the field, 3 competitors got to circle 1. Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's that second shot too. I mean,
Man,
you
I've been
have
telling
to get
myself
left.
that that's like not an easy hole, but it's like birdieable.
But you
in
should-
reality,
yeah.
it's a toughie. Good to know.
Because those trees, like these two, like Ella and Holyn threw great shots, but they caught that tree and then,
Got nothing.
yeah.
I mean, Holyn made something of it.
Yeah, I mean,
Haley King, after getting her eagle on hole 9, up in the tie for second place.
hole 11 is a par 3. It's 316 feet. This one, you really just want to throw something straight and then let it skip left. This one's weirdly kind of hard to reach.
Yes.
It looks like it's not that far, but I mean, it takes a pump to get up there.
Yeah, I haven't clocked it myself on the tee pad, but I swear it's longer. It definitely plays longer. It is uphill, but it doesn't seem like 316 uphill still seems gettable.
Yeah, it does. And
that
I
make
feel like,
sense?
yeah, like I feel like normally I would try to throw like a fairway here.
Yeah.
And I'm having to go high speed driver.
And throw it as hard as
As
you
hard
can.
as you can, yes.
And then you're like in circle 2, or maybe you can trickle into circle 1.
yeah. With the good skip, you can get into circle 1.
Yeah, Holyn showing us the common mistake. Missy throwing a pure shot and getting inside the circle. Showing us that she has that big distance too. Don't forget.
And you can't even see the basket from the tee pad. This looks perfect.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep. Oh,
Wow. The magnet.
that's how you do it.
Yep. The bullseye magnet is in effect with an orbit rive. Arrive, another distance driver?
Yeah, and
Okay.
that's a stable distance driver. So that had to have a lot of power on it.
Ella catching that one inside tree. It looked like it had plenty of power. She threw a PD.
But luckily, if you land over here, you can have a more open up shot to the green.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's one that you really want to get, but it's just so difficult to get to. So you
Yeah.
can't really call it a birdie hole or like a gimme by any means, but it's like the long putt birdie hole.
Yeah. It's definitely gettable, but you're not really counting it.
Yeah, a quarter of the field got to circle 1, and 64% of the field got to circle 2 for birdie.
I don't know why, but I just now noticed Missy's little foot wiggle as she puts.
Oh yeah, the back one.
Yeah.
A little bit of a misfire there, so she's going to have to settle for par as well as Ella. And Holyn. Kristin will be taking the only bird on the card, ruining the potential barbecue.
Yep. Those are the best ones. Just tap them in.
Mm-hmm. Holyn still 4 strokes over the next competitor on our lead card. Haley King just behind her, shooting a lights out round. Hole 12, another redesigned hole, backwards from a hole that we used to play here and with an elevated basket. FPO has an out of bounds line all the way down the right hand side that is in play the entire time with your low ceiling backhand shot that most people are taking. There's a forehand route or a backhand turnover that's pretty sketch that you can go a little bit more straight and linear, but most people are going to take this route that Kristin's throwing right at the OB line.
Is that in bounds? Oh, no. That was barely out, too. That's the scary part of going the backhand line. I like this line that Holland's throwing.
You do like this?
Yeah, a little
Okay.
flex. Because if you put the flex on it, it's going to be really hard for it to go.
Ooh, look at her throwing the hyzer flip.
Yeah, sit. Yeah.
Holy moly.
That's the trouble with going forehand. You really had to put the flex on it and try to get it to hold over that OB on the left, really, so that it comes back into the green.
If you need to know about putting a flex on it, Macie does know. The flex
Yeah.
master herself. Missy with a pretty common error here with the low ceiling, just accidentally throwing it a little bit too low, nose down into the ground. This one says 353, but I think it's so difficult to get to as well.
Yeah, today I thought I threw a really, really good shot, and I was still outside the circle. Why do I keep saying things like this?
And then Ella just shows us how easy
every
it is.
time.
Yeah. It says 20% of the field got to circle 1.
Okay.
That's kind of blows my mind a little bit. Everyone's so good.
Everyone's so good.
Missy with, an aggressive approach. The tree helped her out a little bit.
Kristin from her OB.
Nice little forehand chip shot.
I think that's her bread and butter shot.
Holyn just chipping up as well on this elevated basket. Only 11% of the field taking birdies here. That's only 5 people. Ella's one of them. Haley King, Jennifer Allen, Lydia Cochran, and Aria Castorita also getting birdies. Everyone else on our lead card going to take par or worse. You know, Holyn and Kristin are both kind of like, oh, out of all the holes, this one.
Yeah.
You know?
All the work I've done, and then this one
and then a par
hole.
3 is going to get me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it is on the back 9 at Country Club.
Holyn's still holding strong.
Look at that 4-way tie for second.
Yeah.
Scores are tight.
Hole 13. This is the number 1 difficult hole on the course. It says 397, but it plays a lot farther than that. Mm-hmm. There's OB left, and then there is an OB that you can try to go over and maybe get your birdie, but I've seen most of the women lay up like Ella's trying to do over here. And looks like she's going roller.
Oh, I love this play.
Get past it. Come on. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so that's what you're supposed to do
just
here.
Easy, you know.
Oh my gosh, why did I not think of that? On a narrow landing strip with OB on right and left, you throw a roller.
I mean, this is a very hard hole.
This is so hard. So Missy throws an almost perfect shot, and she is landing in the most difficult position ever with still, 200 feet to the basket, low ceiling forehand.
Yeah, and I think what makes this hole really hard is this pitch up. Oh, no.
Yeah, a bit of a misfire.
You have to throw the pitch up, but then you have to throw another shot low, but the grass is so high, it's not going to skip in.
Yeah, low ceiling and tall grass.
And like Kristin, I think she really wanted to try to get right. I think she just early released it because you really want to get right on that forehand so it opens up the second forehand.
Yeah, Holyn with probably the perfect shot here.
Yep.
But that takes kind of a crush with a sidearm to get there. So it's not necessarily a shot that everyone has. Kristin tried to do that. She went out of bounds really early, and she's going to have to settle for...
That tree just grabs every disc.
So another thing to consider here is this is a par 3. And look where Holyn has still 200 at best feet to the pin.
And she's really just hoping that it gets through everything. Yep.
So look, Holyn throwing a perfect first shot and a pretty great second shot, and she is still not to the basket on this par 3. Well, we agreed yesterday that it's kind of a misparred hole. Kristin
it averaged a 4.06.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Averaged over 4. Yeesh.
There was
Missy. So
there we
good.
Go.
God, that was such a good flex forehand.
Like that should be a birdie putt to me.
Yep, I agree.
And this should be a look for eagle.
Yes. Wow, Ella. Wow.
Nice. Yeah, there was no birdies on the day. I'm curious to see if anybody tried going over that OB. They say it plays like 290, 300 to get over that OB, but you really can't flex anything through the middle, and it's really uphill, so it probably plays like 350 to clear.
Yep. It's like 350 on a pure straight line. You can't do the full flight.
And you have to have the height, too, because there's like those like wood banners or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the line is about 2 or maybe even 3 or 4 feet past those.
Yeah.
If you just barely get over them, you're still out of bounds.
Yes,
Nice, Missy. Such a good par. Only 23% of the field getting a par on this hole.
That's crazy.
77% with a bogey or worse. It looks like 30% of that was double or worse. You can see Kristin Tattar, one of the best players in the world, taking a triple. This hole is all around just unfortunate.
Yeah. It's one of those holes where you kind of go into it, you're like, I'm planning on getting a bogey here.
Dude, Missy's huck face is so good. Yeah, really. No, most people are playing for a 4 here. That's a fine thing to do.
And then look at that. I think that said Haley was only 1 back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Finds her way up. Hole 14, 893 feet, OB all the way down the left-hand and right-hand side, but there's plenty of room to work. The drone's taking the left route. There's a right route as well. Your second shot ideally is landing before this green in the flat area. Your third shot to the green for birdie is likely going to be blind. You probably won't be able to see the basket. There's a little bit of a hill there, but it's nothing too crazy where you have to worry about super rollaways.
Yeah, and this one, when we played, there was a really strong headwind.
Mm-hmm.
And pro tip, if you're on the tee pad and it's a strong headwind, go back to your bag and grab a different disc. Do not just throw the disc because it will not work out.
Missy opting for that right-hand gap. She's not going to deal with the headwind. Holyn taking the route where the wind does definitely come into play. Yes. I think the sidearm's such a good play here.
Yeah, I really like the sidearm play.
And you don't necessarily have to go huge off the tee. You just want to get through those tree gaps. That's the main idea first, not necessarily get big distance. The second shot gives you so much room to get that big distance.
Well, this hole too, it's really just all about controlled distance.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like a really good shot from Kristin. Missy's playing another hole, looks like. That's the funny part of this hole. It's like, am I out or you out? Yeah. I don't know, because you're over there and I'm over here.
Yeah, we're hundreds of feet apart.
Yeah.
Missy, unfortunately, going to land behind that fairway tree. It's going to make her third shot a little difficult, but we'll see what she has to work with.
Ella going forehand here.
Wow.
Yeah,
Back-to-back
being
sidearms?
able to go wide hyzer.
Huh. So she's going to play her third shot over a huge swath of out of bounds over there.
Yeah. Luckily, that green is really skippy, so if you can hit something with a lot of spin on that green, it could skip off.
That's actually, I never thought about that being a play.
Yeah, because that hill slopes and it'll just skip right off and trickle down.
And I throw backhand, so I would not want that setup over there because I'd be throwing a turnover shot. But
yeah,
it makes sense if you're going to just go 3 sidearms in a row. Kristin getting past that one tree you want to beat. And what do you think Missy has left to work with? Probably 400, 370?
Yeah, probably. And this is a really tricky lie. Yeah.
Not trying to do anything crazy.
I didn't know she was going to try to go around that tree, but
that's smart.
Yeah.
There was a little bit more of a sneaky headwind right here instead of a left to right. I definitely felt it on my approach.
Yeah. Holyn probably wanted to swing that out a little wider.
Yeah, she definitely has the distance to get there. Kristin opting for the backhand here. She has a nice straight shot. She's good at these very gentle turning shots. Nice, perfect fade into the circle.
Perfect. It's interesting to see that she went backhand here instead of that forehand.
Ella, too. There must be more room to work over there than I thought. Yeah, that branch is not even in play. Huh. That makes me want to change my entire game plan tomorrow and go left side.
I've been going left side, but
it makes the hole longer, so I shouldn't say that.
It's not been working.
It's not been working. Missy just going to settle for par here.
That's a good par to get.
Yep.
This is one where you definitely can birdie, but you definitely want to par.
Yeah, 23% of the field getting a birdie. Wow. That's good. That's high.
Oh, no.
Oh, shoot.
That's one of those limbs where you don't even see when you throw.
Let's get these circle 2 putts in. Come on, Holyn. Beef those stats. Downhill.
This just looks like set up perfectly.
Come on. Oh, right on line.
So close. That just looks so easy for her.
Yes.
Steps up, jams it.
Ella for birdie.
Nice.
Boom. God, her putting looks so good today. She said it was feeling good yesterday as well.
That's a good par for Missy. Especially being underneath that tree.
Yeah, being pinned. Holyn going to have to settle for bogey, and the back nine's kind of getting her a little bit. We don't like to see it.
That's what the back nine does, though.
Uh-huh.
Let's check the scores out.
Haley
King
Wow.
now in the lead.
She has gotten there one stroke above Holyn Handley through 16.
Everyone's close. We have a 12, 11, and a 10.
Wow.
Hole 15, par 3, 355 feet. This one just has OB left, but it's kind of an island hole. You have to make sure you get past this drop zone area, and then you just really, it's a really straightforward hole, honestly. You just don't want to hyzer out and go left. We had a right to left wind, so it's kind of pushing the disc left.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of players play it out wide and let it come back in.
Yep, just like Ella's doing. Come
The
on.
grass does not skip, though, so you can't rely on a lot of ground movement. Oh.
There is
Oof.
OB over there, but
Oof.
that was
Too close for
roll.
comfort.
Yeah. That looks like the line. Let that wind do the work.
Barely missing that
Yeah.
tree.
Good shot from Kristin.
Yep.
And I like how they changed this hole too, because I feel like the drop zone is just so much easier to get up and down from than last year.
Yeah, last year it was about, what, 200 feet to the
Yeah.
basket, maybe just under that. It was a tricky shot.
Missy put herself just outside the circle.
We also had that one big tree that was right where you would hyzer in, so it was kind of
Yeah.
like you're just throwing and hoping you miss it.
Holyn going wide, hyzer.
Oh no.
Sit. Okay.
Ooh, goodness. This is another hole where you see a lot of circle 2 putts for birdie.
Come on. Oh my gosh. She's been running them from everywhere today.
75% of the field got to circle 2 in regulation. 25 to circle 1.
Wow.
It's a big difference.
Another basket hit from circle 2.
Missy having to straddle out around that guardian tree.
Hey,
Sinks
count it.
Was that a circle 2 too?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That
And
is,
no jump or step needed,
No.
right?
Look how clean she's been playing too. Lots of pars, but it's nice to sprinkle in some green in there.
Yeah. Good putt from Kristin. Two really good birdies.
Yeah. Takes a triple and then bounces back with 2
Yeah.
birdies in a row.
And she looks like she has she's not frustrated.
No, not
She's
frazzled. But she kind of has to be because people are doing what you're supposed to be doing on moving
Yep.
day. Everyone is moving up
Exactly.
that leaderboard. I guess moving down the leaderboard. Yeah, Haley King, Deanne Carey, Jennifer Allen, Katrina Allen, Kona Montgomery, all from surrounding cards, just shooting lights out. Hole 16, everyone knows it, the island hole, 320. We had pretty calm conditions today, maybe a little bit of a headwind or a left to right crosswind from time to time. You just want to land here. If you don't, there is a drop zone on the right-hand side. It's 90 feet away. We saw Sai Ananda throw it in from the drop zone yesterday, so it is doable. You can also lay up to the right and pitch over to the island, but I feel like it's a pretty risky play.
Yeah, I've came to the conclusion that going for it and missing is way better than laying up and then missing it
The
from
layup.
laying up.
Yep. And you get to 5 land really fast.
And
there.
I have this weird feeling that if you go for it on this, you're kind of like, oh, okay, I missed it, you know? But if you miss from laying up,
It's way more mentally
Yeah.
fatiguing. Missy wide right, but makes
yeah,
it on.
there we go.
A little bit of a death putt. Inside the circle, though, you can't complain.
Our
Kristin,
putting has been so on today, too, so.
Yep. Her putting's always on. Let's see, what Ella's throwing? Do we think it's a mid?
I think it's a mid. It looks like a mid.
MD3 on the island.
Wow.
Wow.
And it plays so far. It says 320, but it plays a lot farther than that.
It does. Probably mostly mental.
Yeah. All of our lead card going for it.
Holyn
Nice. I
on
like
the
that
back
play.
wall. Yep.
I'm
Missy
going for it
Gannon
tomorrow.
throws her Thrasher to land the island. Go buy her Tour Series disc. Support Missy on the road.
That's a far jump putt.
Yeah, it is.
90 feet, I think is what it says.
Kristin, the only one to not make the island, but getting up there, no problem to get her bogey.
That's so impressive. 3 out of 4 making the island.
No.
Sit.
No.
Oh, no. That breaks my heart.
Okay,
Hey,
Holyn.
there you go.
Nerves of steel.
That's a good bounce back birdie, too.
That is, and on like one of the clutchest spots, too, a death putt. Okay. She was smiling at it. Like that's so Missy to just like smile at her just rolling out of bounds and
She's
be like, okay. Yeah. It'll be fine. Bummer.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, bummer for Ella. This is one of those holes, though, where a lot of people are taking a bogey. It's not one that you're super bummed. Third most difficult hole on the course. Only 11% taking a birdie. That's 4 competitors and 1 ace from Caitlin Belty.
That's a dream ace.
That is a dream ace.
The crowd is there. Wow. Hole 17, par 4, 645 feet. This one, you really want to try to get right off the tee pad. There's OB left and OB right. I think I've said that a lot today, but that is the course. Yeah. OB left, OB right. But the more right you get, it opens up that next shot for you to be able to go over the green and get your birdie.
This is a fun tee shot. It's really challenging. And the way the fairway lines you up, you can see Holyn's disc was high and hits those branches, but even if it had gotten through, it would have finished really far and straight. And that's what it seems like the hole wants of you. But what Missy's doing is what the best play is to do.
Yes.
And that is, she turned it a little too much. But riding that right side is where you want to be. Like at that, where Missy went out of bounds, she can still save a par from there.
Yes.
So getting into that group of trees is not necessarily a bad thing. A right-handed finish early is really great. Kristin's going to love this.
Great shot. Wow.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Well, I know in previous years that we used to play to where the guy's basket is now, and you used to want to throw it straight as far as you can.
Yep.
And I think I like the change on this one.
Me too. It's fun to be able to have a really tough birdieable par 4.
Yes.
Where Ella landed, she technically probably still can go for it. We'll see what she has to work with.
Looks like she's maybe pitching up.
Yep, just laying up here.
I think pitching up is the hardest thing to do.
It's smart.
It's so smart, but it's so nerve-wracking because you want to make sure you throw a good shot so you can make sure to get up and down for your par.
And it's forcing you to throw 2 good shots.
Yes. All in.
Just pitching up as well.
Up. Skip.
Yeah, so that spot, the place where she skipped, if you land your drive there, you almost have no option to get up and down to the green. You just have to play for par at that point.
But Missy now, after that OB, she's still going over because she has more of like a wide open shot to the basket.
And she sneaks into circle 1.
And putting for a par, I think.
Mm-hmm. Kristin with a little bit of a low ceiling, but she has room to work the hyzer on the right side. This is what she's really good at, punching a disc that's overstable and letting it get ground play.
Skip. Yeah, wow.
Sick. This played is the 4th most difficult hole. Huh.
Okay. I think it's because you just come off 16, you're playing an alley hole, and then you throw this tee shot, and you're like, now I got to throw over OB again.
Also, if you do opt for the layup play here, this shot over to the green, if you're doing it for the par, it's a little techie because there's OB short, so you want to make sure you get it far enough. But if you go too far, it's kind of a little hill.
Yep.
So you can go blast past really quickly. Then you have this low ceiling area where Ella just landed that makes for a kind of a challenging putt.
Such a mental battle because after you lay up, you're like, I must get up and down. Oh, that was such a clean putt.
Just a little low left, and these baskets do not like that.
Ella putting for par.
Yeah, having to straddle way out, low ceiling.
Yeah, great putt.
That looked like a tough one.
I just found myself clapping. I was just so happy.
Yep. Missy on the green to save par, but look at this putt.
Oh. Yeah.
Super low ceiling. Kristin for the only birdie.
Yeah, and this one feels really good when you get it. This is a demanding tee shot to put yourself in a good position.
And everyone else gonna have to settle for bogey. 13% of the field getting birdies on this one. That's 6 birdies on the day out of 48 competitors, and 45% taking a bogey or worse. So that one plays rough at the end of the round. Haley King now tied for first with Holyn Handley, who's doing a little bit of work still. And we finish out with a very birdieable 417-foot par 4. Really tight little gap here with the low-hanging tree branches and the OB on the left side, but this is eagleable for everyone on our card.
Definitely.
We've watched them throw 400-foot shots all day long. This one's a tight gap and kind of a nice, very pleasing flex line. I would not be surprised if everyone went for it, but a lot of players are just pitching something up to the middle, pitching up to the green, and taking an easy birdie.
Well, this is one of those two where you really want to get the birdie. If you're getting a par, you feel like you bogeyed the hole.
Yes.
So I kind of like the play of laying up to make sure you get the birdie.
Mm-hmm.
But if you got the distance.
This gap's one of those where I feel like I like being more aggressive, though. Like, I like what Ella's doing here. Because playing safe, you could easily catch it.
I need to leave the booth. I can't handle this anymore. This is...
All right, Macie's
I got
done.
chills.
Macie's done for the day. Thanks for coming.
That is incredible. Is she in the bullseye or just outside the bullseye there?
It's a bullseye? Oh, my
gosh.
That's crazy. Look, Holyn. She's like, I ain't no slouch.
Oh, sit.
No.
Oh, my gosh. That was such a good looking shot. Luckily, she made it far enough where she should be able to give it down for par.
Oh, she can save it easily.
I mean, maybe even still make her putt for birdie, but that's so unfortunate. I still can't stop thinking about Ella's drive.
Me neither. Missy with a big
old way down there.
Big old thrasher shot herself. Wow. Oh, God.
Kristin playing the normal shot here.
Playing like a mortal.
Yes. She's putting for par there.
Especially mortal, doing what a lot of us do, leaving it a little short, a little further away than you want on this elevated basket. This basket is very elevated,
yes, and it's so like, it makes you, if you're out to the circle, you want to run it because the gallery's there,
but it's like downhill
and
on the little
and if you
brick
miss,
thing.
it's gone.
Yes, bye-bye.
Holyn putting, trying to save her birdie. Oh my gosh. No. How do you miss high on that? That is so high up there. That is such an incredible putt.
Dead center.
Wow. Kristin making it look easy.
Yeah.
That is not a mortal thing.
That's not mortal. She reminded us who she really is.
Yep. And good bounce back after that one hole. Holyn putting for par.
Yes.
That's a good putt. It's crazy to go out of bounds and still be able to putt for birdie.
Yeah.
And
oh my gosh, what the heck?
What is this?
And she threw a PD too. That's not even a distance driver, right? That's like a fast fairway. Oh my.
Oh my gosh, Ella, we need to go do field work with me. Teach me what you're doing.
She's the only eagle of the day. No surprise.
Wow.
60% of the field taking a birdie though. Only one doing Ella thing.
If they're going to do this again tomorrow, I don't know if I can show up. This is incredible.
And still, Haley King finding her way into a tie for the lead.
3-way tie.
Haley King doing what you're supposed to do on moving day and moving into first.
Yep.
Ian Carey in a tie for fifth, Kristin Tattar. Jennifer Allen and Katrina Allen going to round out the chase card. Kona Montgomery not far behind. A little bit of a gap after that into 10th place at even par. And looks like that's what you have to be in the top 10 at Country Club. We're supposed to have another nice calm day tomorrow, so there's going to be room for scoring. Might be some wet weather this evening.
Maybe some wet tee pads for tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see what the morning conditions are like, but hopefully no rain actually on the course during the round, just some wet feet.
And a super, super, super fun lead card.
Yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed watching it as much as we did. If you could see us, we're shaking. We get goosebumps.
I want to go do field work after this.
We're off to the the DDO block party. Thanks for hanging out with us. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Macie Velediaz. And we are
MaDiaz.